And we begin tonight with a weather impact alert. Snow returns overnight. Not much accumulation, but the timing of this snow could be a problem. Thanks for inviting us in. It's 11 o'clock, so Angela, this timing means possible slick spots for the morning drive.
Yes, you said it. Not a lot of snow, but the timing is tricky. We expect those snow showers to develop just before and during that Tuesday morning drive. And with temperatures in the 20s, it will be cold enough for a few slick spots. That's one of the impacts. Snow showers from about 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you are south and east of I-70, best chance of getting a couple of inches of snow. So think about allowing a little extra travel time, and we could end up with just a few school delays, especially in this advisory area. Columbus over to Greensburg into Seymour and Brookville. This is where we're expecting a couple of inches of snow. The rest of central Indiana coating up to an inch. And remember, the timing is before and during that Tuesday morning drive.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. We're getting new insight tonight on the investigation timeline into the disappearance and death of Haley Busby. It has been nearly 1 month since the 17-year-old was last seen at her home in Fishers. Police tell us this case starts with an online gaming platform, then a trip across state lines to a short-term rental, and now multiple crime scenes. Tonight, 39-year-old Tyler Thomas is charged with tampering with evidence and pandering sexually oriented matter involving a minor. He just made his first remote appearance in court. Thomas is not charged with Haley's death, but his attorneys say a murder charge could come in the near future. Police believe Thomas met Haley online. They say he admitted picking her up from her Fishers home on January 5th. Her family reported her missing the very next day. Then Fishers police contacted Columbus police January 16th. On the 20th, investigators declared Haley an endangered missing juvenile. Police tonight are saying they collected evidence that showed Haley was at Thomas's home after she disappeared and also at a short-term rental in Hocking County, Ohio. You can see that area on this map here. Investigators tell us they searched the rental a couple of weeks ago and then again today after new information came in. That rental is where police believe she was killed. They discovered her remains in Perry County, Ohio, about 40 miles away.
The worst part is the effect it has on the family members. That has to be just disheartening to them, what happened and why did it happen and how did it happen. I mean, there's a lot of questions unanswered. I'm sure that they've got in their mind.
The Hocking County Sheriff went on to say they are looking for more remains right now. A judge set Tyler Thomas's bail at $1.5 million. Again, he is not charged with Haley Busby's death at this time. His lawyer says Thomas will plead not guilty if that changes. Right now, the FBI is leading this investigation. A beautiful portrait honoring the life of Haley Busby now hangs inside the Fishers City Hall. Community members are also being invited to leave written messages of support for her family. Our Logan Gay talked with the artist behind that portrait and shares the meaning she hoped it would carry. Logan?
Hey, Scott, well, this portrait was finished while Haley was still considered missing before investigators confirmed the heartbreaking truth. The artist, Shelly Feeney, tells me that after speaking with Haley's family, they made the decision to continue with plans to display it as a way to celebrate Haley's life.
Inside Fishers City Hall, visitors can see the Embracing Black Culture exhibit, created by Fall Creek Junior High students. But one part of the display wasn't part of the original plan and is now leaving a lasting impact. This section right here.
Haley, from what her dad said, loved art and was really involved in art. So I thought it'd be neat to have an interactive space.
With support from Haley's family, artist Shelly Feeney created this portrait in her honor. Feeney teaches art at Fall Creek Junior High. She has 3 daughters close to Haley's age, and one of her students lives next door to Haley's family.
It really shook me to the core to think that this could happen to one of my kids or one of my students.
After following the case from the beginning, Feeney says she felt called to do something meaningful.
Just a way to use a gift that I have to give back and hopefully that they can treasure it forever.
Feeney used photos provided by Haley's father to capture every detail.
Just the light and the beauty and the innocence that I saw in her eyes and her smile that I see in my students' eyes and my own children's eyes, and how quickly that can be taken away from somebody. So I really wanted to capture her in that light.
Just across from the portrait, there's also a space for the community to reflect. Neighbors can stop by throughout the month to leave supportive messages for Haley's family.
And I just wanted a real place that someone could go and have a solemn time and just be there and reflect on Haley and the legacy that she leaves behind to our community.
And will continue to do so.
Neighbors can stop by Fisher City Hall all month during business hours, 8:30 to 4:30. And on Friday, February 13th, they'll have additional time to see the exhibit from 5 to 9. After the exhibit is through, Feeney tells me the portrait and the community notes will go straight to Haley's family.
Logan, thanks so much. And you can look back on all of our coverage on this case right now over on WTHR+. We're following it closely alongside our sister station over in Columbus, Ohio. You can see all of the updates on this investigation online and streaming on demand. Tonight at 11, IMPD's new chief is outlining her plans for the job as she makes history as the first woman ever to lead the police department.
We build trust through accountability, clear and consistent communication, and strong partnerships with our community.
Chief Tanya Terry was sworn in this morning. She knows this is a defining moment for our city, a city she's patrolled for nearly 3 decades. She's been with IMPD 27 years, serving the last 2 as deputy chief. Chief Terry tells 13 News she's got 3 focus areas: reducing violent crime, building trust and transparency, and supporting officers.
Supporting them means prioritizing wellness, investing in meaningful training, and ensuring they have the resources and support needed to serve with care and professionalism. When we take care of our people, they can better take care of our community. And our mission of public safety is stronger because of it.
Chief Terry told us these have always been the guiding principles for the police department, and she's committed to carrying them into the future. Terry replaces Chris Bailey, who is now working for Mayor Joe Hogsett's office as a chief deputy mayor. Well, right now, police are looking for the driver in a deadly hit and run on the east side of Indianapolis. Police tonight are telling us they got called to the area of 34th and Shadeland around 9 tonight. Tonight, they're confirming a man walking nearby died in the crash and the driver then left the scene. So if you have any information that can help police, please call IMPD or Crime Stoppers. A data center project in Martindale-Brightwood tonight is inching closer to the finish line as Metro Blocks looks to build a facility near 25th and Sherman. Alex Almanza is at that meeting tonight where questions to the developer became pointed.
Hey there, a contentious meeting here at Frederick Douglass Community Center as many residents face off, at times even yelling at developers, saying this project just isn't it.
And tell the people the truth of what the matter is and how it's going to affect their families, how it's going to affect their grandparents, how it's going to affect their kids.
Hoosiers in the Martindale-Brightwood community are reaching a boiling point.
What does that mean for our electric bills?
At this community meeting, hundreds of residents still not sold on Metro Block's request to build on this land near East 25th and Sherman, site of the old Sherman Drive-In Theater. The developer's argument? The site has sat vacant and, quote, trashed for decades. They say something like this breathes new life into the northeast side.
I'll go back to my client and explain to them how this went. I mean, obviously, there's still a lot of very passionate people who are against the project. That's not anything we didn't already know. And so we'll talk about some of the issues we heard.
District Councilor Ron Gibson has kept his support for Metro Blocks, attending a portion of the meeting before having to leave for city-county council obligations. In a statement, he said the project is, quote, a rare and significant opportunity to transform this dormant site into a productive, modern asset. Residents say they want to hit pause.
At the least, we would like to have a moratorium so that we can find out everything we need to know before we move forward any type of development in this vein.
So is there any room for compromise?
So far, I haven't heard any terms or deals that would satisfy the people that I've been working with. So what we want is for them to go home.
But opposition is also being called into question. Councilor Gibson telling 13 News that a, quote, majority of the people in that room don't live in Martindale-Brightwood. But according to meeting attendants statements obtained by 13 News, over half of the people in the audience did identify themselves as residents of the neighborhood.
Well, this project now moves on to the Metropolitan Development Commission's hearing examiner. That meeting is set for February 12th at 1 p.m. at the City County Building downtown. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. Tonight, a teenager is heading to prison for her role in a deadly drive-by shooting. 25-year-old Adam Hart died, but police say the suspects targeted the wrong house. Savannah Allen was 16 at the time. She drove the car to the house in March of 2024. Allen took a plea deal admitting to assisting a criminal. She just got a 4-year prison sentence. 2 others charged in this case will be sentenced later this month. A man was just convicted in a deadly hit and run on the west side of Indianapolis. This is a photo from security footage. You can see 47-year-old Roy Hodges Jr. walking across the road back in May of 2024. Moments later, prosecutors say Jerry Alexander hit him and then left the scene. Alexander will be sentenced February 25th. Tonight, city leaders in Anderson are urging residents to cut back on water usage by 25%. That's for the next week or so because the city's water storage is now running low. They say the recent cold temperatures and people running water to avoid frozen pipes have had an impact. Sidney Eskenazi, a local philanthropist and the namesake for Eskenazi Hospital, has died. According to his obituary, he passed away peacefully in his home Saturday, weeks after his wife Lois died. The couple made a $40 million gift to build Eskenazi Hospital. He was 95. Funeral services are scheduled for Thursday. We've got the information about the memorial posted right now on WTHR.com. You can also learn more about Eskenazi's life and contributions to Central Indiana.